You know how these devils operate. But, you know, there's, just like Elder Tahar always brings out, that there's going to be something that goes down that gets America and Russia pitted against each other again. Because they're kind of, I mean, they're kind of buddies. I mean, they still got a bad taste for each other. There's going to be something that really pisses Russia off against America. And there might be a false flag attack if they find out America actually did it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Russia's going to shoot missiles on this place.
Yep.
At the end of the day, Russia and America's going to hate each other, man. Go ahead, you got something? You don't got nothing? Alright, I got something. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right, that's talking to, you know, I mean, you false prophets, man. You're acting like the Lord ain't coming back anytime soon. You know, you can't be caught sleeping in this. You can't be caught sleeping. You gotta, like the elders were getting into, it's those summary executions, man. That's some serious stuff. That's an act of love, man. Taking time out of your day.
Hey, I'm gonna say that anytime you see Elder Aramlap getting pissed off, you know it's serious, man. Cause he's always the quiet one. He's always the quiet. He plays the background. But when you see him getting pissed off, man, that's a sign from the Lord, man. You know, you used to seeing Elder Tahar, Elder Rakat, he's always going in. Even Elder Gabar, he gets pissed off. But when you see Elder Aramlap getting pissed off, that's a sign from the Lord, man. Because he's always the elder he's the quiet one. He plays the background, you know. But when he starts getting pissed off, that's a sign, man. You know, that's all I'm really gonna say on that.
Yeah, man. That video that they made was an act of love, man. Because they're warning you guys that, hey, you know, if you don't have faith, this is what might happen to you. And they had the video in the beginning where that guy in Syria was just pop, pop, pop,
yeah.
pop, pop.
20 dudes lined him up. And he read their judgment and fucking shoot him in the back of the head with that Glock or that 9mm, whatever.
Right down the line, pop, 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 pop.
And that's how it's gonna be in America. It's gonna be like that in America too. Like the elders were saying, it's not gonna be, oh, we're gonna give this guy a fair trial. You know, your lawyer's right here, and the judge is gonna hear what he's got to say. It's just gonna be summary execution. You know, that's why the United States, I believe it was 30,000 guillotines. I could be wrong.
Yep,
30,000 guillotines. 30, man, what you think they just want to waste money?
That was just the last time that they ordered them. They've probably been ordering them for a while now. You know, it's.
You know they go use the guillotines more than multiple times.
And those plastic black FEMA coffins that could hold up to like 6 or 7 bodies in them. Those deep coffins, man. What you think those is for? You know, bodies, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, they did that video to let us know, the brothers that are sincere about this truth, that you know this is what could happen to you. You need to watch out for this. You need to have your mind prepared when you come into this, man. And you false prophets out there, you guys ain't preparing. You guys ain't preparing the brothers out there. You act like you love these young brothers and all that, and that GMS is leading them astray. But that's bullshit, man, because you guys ain't warning them about how serious this truth is. This is a very serious thing. This is the most serious thing you could be involved in. Because when Esau comes for you, man, either the Lord's going to spare you or he's not. You know? The scriptures say, you know, the wicked is his sword, man. The deceived and the deceiver are both his. He controls Esau, man. He controls, Yahweh Shimmy Hawashai controls when Esau puts you in that fucking FEMA truck and leads you towards those guillotines. Or he's got a gun to your head and he controls whether that trigger gets pulled or not. You know? And you guys that pussyfoot around and don't realize how serious this is, you might get one of those summary executions. You know?
I appreciate it. Alright, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
Right, and that's not talking about Israelite foreigners. Like thinks we can go mention his name. But yeah, it's talking about Esau, man, because all this stuff is coordinated. They know exactly when this martial law is going to go down, man. You know, they got, and once everything goes down, it's gonna be like everything's just gonna start moving. Everything's just gonna start moving real fast, man. I mean, these devils can get pretty coordinated, pretty fast. They've had this in the planning stages for a long time. They can't wait for this day.
They've been planning since what, 1776, since they came into power, man.
Yeah.
Or really 1492, should I say? When you know, Columbus and all that, the New World Order, they've been planning for years, man. You know,
they can't wait till they can say go. I mean, David Rockefeller's been trying to create a world government. He's got to be like fucking 97 years old by now. I know last I checked he was in his late 80s. This guy's got to be in his fucking 90s by now. He's been his whole life he's been focused on creating a world government, man. And reducing population. He gives all kinds of speeches on population control. He started the feminist movement. You know, he can't wait to see this day, sitting in his fucking wheelchair. Mm-hmm. You know, these devils, they plot against you every second of the day, man. They think about this day when they can finally establish a new world order. They think about it all the time, man. That's why you gotta be thinking about this truth all the time. Thinking about the Lord all the time. Saying little prayers in your head, even when you're like the brother GMS Rebuke the Tempter said. You know, when you're out there in the world, you know, at the store, at work or whatever, just say prayers in your head, man. Pray without ceasing. Mm-hmm. You know, think about it all the time.
But this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Keep going.
Which is talking about martial law, when they start invading people's houses. It says, for they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Because it's the hour of martial law.
Yeah, that's, you know, ain't nobody gonna care about anybody's feelings in that day. Nobody's gonna care about who's suffering and who's not. Once Esau says go, man, it's go. It's go time.
Right, you know, because you know, when our martial law come, you know, I mean, like, they're not gonna be, you know, nice to you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know,
you're the main target, man.
When this whole thing goes down, you know, I mean, there ain't gonna be no timeout. You know, let me go get my book. You know, get my friend gist. Nah, when martial law come, they're coming for you. You know, there ain't gonna be no timeout. Let me get out the back door first. Nah, when they kick in your door, they coming for you. They gonna shoot little Jimmy. They gonna shoot little Trey. They gonna snatch up your. They gonna rape your woman.
Little Trey.
They gonna take you to a concentration camp and torture you to death. Cause these devils have a perfect hatred for you.
Yeah, which is another thing why, you know, when you get in this truth, you gotta kind of sit your emotions to the side, you know. Because when shit get hella real, like, ain't gonna be no time to be feeling anything, you know, besides getting the fuck up out of here and following the Lord. But yeah, you gotta sit them emotions to the side, like, you gotta dead them shits.
I got a precept. Jeremiah 25 and 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord have a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, because Slaki. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, with a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. So like the scriptures say, you know, the Lord have a controversy with the nations. Because when you read the book of Revelations, when it speaks about, what is it, the valley of Jehoshaphat? Is that it? I believe it's Revelations. All nations shall be gathered together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, which I believe is the Lord's judgment. He's going to gather all these nations into the Middle East. In World War III, which is going to be the world to end all wars, is going to take place. And like the Lord said, those that are wicked, he's going to give them to the sword, which is going to be your death and destruction. Alright?
This is
oh, no, go ahead.
Psalms 18 and 2. The Lord is my rock. Right? The rock represents, you know, a foundation. When you build your house, like the scriptures talk about building your house upon a rock instead of sand. You know, the Lord is your rock, man. A rock is solid. But the Lord is like an unbreakable rock. And my fortress, which is which is what you construct for defense, man. You know, a fortress isn't something that you build to hold a town inside like a castle is. A fortress is specifically a type of structure built for defense. And my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. Because the Lord is your ultimate shield, man. He is your defense. You know, Esau's got his defense, his guns, and his tanks and shit. And these 2/3, they got their I don't know, they got their bling. They got their bling, and they got their Allahs, and they got their King Tuts and all that bullshit. But the Lord is our defense, man. You know, because when you really trust in Him, and if you're of the elect, He's gonna get you delivered in that day. Unless you got to go through the guillotines. Some brothers got to go through those guillotines, but you're gonna be the first ones reborn in the kingdom, man. You know, you got a special prize.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna rise you back up.
Yeah.
If you gotta die, He's gonna raise you back up. The scriptures say, like I always bring it out, the scriptures say, those that are dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first.
Yeah.
So all the men that died in this truth, all the elders that died in this truth, the ones that were righteous men, you know, just to name a few off the top of my head, Elder Yaquab, King Marsha, what's his name? I forget his name. He was a Levite brother. He had like a heart condition. Banloya came to my head. Those are all righteous men that you know, died in the truth. You know, so they works gonna follow them, and they gonna be raised back up in that day. You know.
Got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord Himself shall descend from heaven with the shout, with the voice of an archangel, and the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first.
That's right. The dead in Yahweh shall rise first. You know. So if you die in this knowledge and you're a righteous man, your works is gonna follow you, man. Your works is gonna follow you, and you're gonna rise up.